What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 Super States AI only battle. There is one big war going on at the moment. I say big, it's probably the biggest one so far. Maybe. There's been some bigger ones out here in the east, maybe, I don't know, but it's pretty big. We've got Cascadia, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Wisconsin. That is, Manitoba declared the war, so they're the main ones to look out for against Wyoming, Oklahoma, and then Texas and Florida. Seems to be going okay for Manitoba so far. They've got 15 war score, so they've got off to the better start, and Wyoming appears to already be being divided up. Mainly, Saskatchewan's now in Texas, Cascadia with a lot of troops already up here in Wyoming. Wisconsin's here too, and in Florida. I don't know where, and Cascadia's everywhere. Yeah, Texas and Florida, not having a good time. I don't even see any Texan troops right now. They may have not had a good time against Cascadia already. But yeah, we'll see. If Wyoming gets very quickly fully occupied, we might see an early peace deal, but we'll see. See how things play out. That's the only war going on in North America right now. There's just some separatists down there. South America's still looking pretty cool. Argentine, the British colony, is starting to get really big, and it's the same colour as British Peru, which is very confusing. Brittany held on, although these guys, they lost a lot of their stuff in the north of Brazil to natives, but they've still got Breton Brazil down here. They just about held on to it. Europe's obviously a giant mess right now, because Britain are doing cool, Aragon is a mess, Hungary's huge. But let's focus on this, because this is pretty big. Has anyone been... Just going to keep checking, make sure no one gets separate pieced. 26 war score, so yeah, Cascadia I think is definitely too strong. Like, they are carrying this team. Not to mention that Wisconsin are pretty strong themselves. But Cascadia are on another level to anybody, I think. New York have a 38 stack. They must have more than that. I don't know where it would be though. Are they in a war? New York are usually in like wars. They're kind of getting involved with France a lot at the moment. France are in a war with Castile, but 31 war score now for Manitoba. I imagine they'll take a big chunk of Wyoming, and we're going to get some gross borders. That's what I'm envisioning. Texas is here with Oklahoma, and there's two battles going on. But yep, Texas lost this one. I believe. Did Texas lose? How did Texas win that? They hadn't. Oh no, I don't think they did. They didn't. Florida just beat Saskatchewan, but it's not going to matter because there comes Cascadia to beat down another Florida stack. Yep, and they won. Oh no, Cascadia lost. Wyoming just about saved them, but there's still big numbers up here. They're off to a good start. Even parts of Florida, because there's a 3-star general 44 stack from Wisconsin here. So yeah, I mean, oh, there's a peace deal. Is that the end of it all? Yep, that is the end of the war. Big war ended pretty quickly. This one random province was once again released as Idaho. I imagine Cascadia will eat it up very quickly, because they can. Manitoba, grab 3, 2, some provinces, shrinking Wyoming, and probably disbanding. They still just kept their alliances, so that was all that happened. Nothing happened to Texas, Florida, or Oklahoma, and once again, no wars. So let's see, great powers, who's doing what at the moment? At the moment, New York are 4th in the world, Cascadia in 5th, Florida in 7th, France not doing too well, back down to 8th now. Britain doing very well in 3rd, obviously the Ottomans, and Ming are leading, despite a 150% penalty there, so they're pretty big. This is huge. Timurids recovered, because Persia did come out of them, and now they've recovered, which is impressive, especially when the Ottomans are looking pretty strong, although this super strong Hungary probably isn't great for the Ottomans. Oh, who just grabbed some stuff. It's their font changes. But yeah, they're looking pretty big. They're expanding up here, where there's no Muscovy now, into Crimea. They can pretty much do what they want, because Muscovy is just a mess. It's divided everywhere. Ryazan not having a good time right now. Is this Lithuania? Yep, it is. Lithuania. Poland is having a tough time. They're pretty small right now. Lithuania having to do most of the work. And Castile is slowly shrinking out of existence as Aragon, Britain. I don't think Portugal have attacked them, but Tunis as well. All just helping divide it up between themselves. We've got another war. And this is Missouri, Nevada, New York, and Michigan v Wyoming, Oklahoma, Texas. I know Florida has already been separate pieced or not called into this. Who declared this war? Missouri v Wyoming. And that they brought in Nevada, so it's going to be intense here. If New York get over, that will be important. But if not, I think Missouri might lose. Even though Texas just got out of that bigger war. But No, it seems like they're doing fine. Oh no, there's a 48 stack. Okay, there's 70,000 men plus from New York, plus Nevada's got a 40 stack. Texas is in trouble. Texas, this isn't a good time. Wyoming is clearly not a good choice in friends. I think you should maybe reevaluate that one. Tunis is attacking Castile right now as we speak. And there is a big battle here. 80,000 New York troops, and they just destroyed 30,000 Texans. Just like that. Gone. Wiped. And the same, yep, they just wiped a Wyoming stack. Okay, Missouri might recover. They might grab a bit of land here from Wyoming and get quite big again. Obviously, the growth of Wyoming was the main thing to occur out of the fall of a strong Missouri. Obviously, Wisconsin and Florida did grab some provinces too. Carolina is starting to recover again, I see. They've got a 20 stack. They're dealing with some rebels. District of Columbia is still here with their 2 provinces. Who are you allied to now? Yep, still Florida and New York. That is very good choices. Delaware's still here too. They don't have any allies, so I feel like New York or Carolina might be going after them pretty soon. But this war, there's another big war. Yucatan v Castile now with Britain involved. So this is probably the end for Castile. Not a good time. Okay, 50 war score already for Missouri as parts of Texas are occupied. Oklahoma is fully occupied. And Wyoming about to be fully occupied too with the help of New York, who have like, you know, they have about 90,000 over here. Not to mention that they have another sort of 30,000 just in Texas. There is a 40 stat from Texas though. So the peace deal can come sooner rather than... Actually, no, it doesn't matter. There's an 80 stack there at least. They're fine. These guys have crushed Texas and friends. Haven't separate peaced Oklahoma yet. I thought we might see that happen first. But, I mean, 99 war score. Missouri, you could take all of this. That would really help you. Now you've got all of Wyoming too. You can't seriously want more. Like, everything is occupied. Like, and maybe they want the stuff that Nevada has. I don't know. But, like, are they actually going to push in? Are we going to see Texas lose stuff too? That'd be incredible. I mean, it's going to take a lot to take out Texas. How do I get... Where's it gone? Where... No, this is not what I'm looking for. There it is. It would take 5 wars at 100% to get all of Texas, let alone what this is. Oh, New York. Yep, so Nevada is stand to gain a lot here, as do Missouri. Got anything else going on? No, all remains peaceful. It's just one big war after the other. Down here in the sort of south middle. We'll stick with that. That's fine. Yep, Texas has a 58 stack. New York is yet to engage. Let's see though. They have an 84 stack right there, and oh, yeah, this should be pretty easy, especially when Nevada's here too with their 45. I imagine. Oh, wait. Okay, New York split their army up, but yeah, they should be fine to go soon. I mean, they're winning pretty easily. Imagine we're going to see a peace deal soon though. I wouldn't expect it to last forever. Still no other wars though. Let's have a quick look at how Castile are doing. Oh, okay, Tunisia grabbed some more. They grabbed Sevilla. Some more provinces here. We see Portugal. Oh no, that's Yucatan. That is Yucatan. Reverse colonizing there. Attacking. Oh, Scandinavia formed. That's pretty cool. There you go. I'm now spectating as well. Whenever I load the game, I'll be Scandinavia, not Sweden. Cool. Cool. No peace deal yet. What's the war? 86 war score for Missouri. Texas not having a good time. And there's the peace deal. How Oklahoma gained provinces. Not sure how that works. They gained some. So Texas were forced to release some. This is gross. Nevada grew a little bit. Missouri definitely grew a bit. Wyoming is tiny. And like I said, I think Texas had to give up provinces to the weaker Oklahoma because they've gained 2 new provinces. Because they were just like, I believe, this and this. Now they're this, and this. Don't know how that works, but there you go. Texas now looks gross. And now's a good time to attack them instead. Oh, you're in another war. This time Texas is declaring on with Yucatan and Sinaloa on the Zacatecas. And you know, they have a 55 stack. I was going to say, not the best idea, but they're fine. Should be an easy win. This is just Texas venting out their anger on Mexicans. No surprises there, really. No, none at all. As expected, you know. As expected. Still nothing else going on. Got it. New York, Wisconsin have... Okay, so 80,000 men for Wisconsin. New York 37.7, but they definitely had more. But where they don't seem to return to New York. Oh, maybe they go over here? No. Oh, Quebec even have a 31 stack. That's impressive. They built that. Oh, okay, there's a 46 stack. This probably just likes to then get it into Europe as quick as possible when they need to. Maybe. Or maybe it's just kept away. Because, I mean, that makes it... I'm really... You know what we're going to look at right now? We're going to look at navies. And this. So we'll look at force limit, because that's generally more important. Ming are leading. So Cascadia can have 161,000. They currently have 141,000 men, and they have 139,000 manpower. Next of the states is New York, all the way down here, with only 1,900 manpower after that war. They've got 85,000 troops right now out of 109,000, so well behind Cascadia. Wisconsin, a third at the moment on force limit, which is what we're judging it on. 102 is their maximum. They currently have 80,000, and they have 72,000 manpower. Then we have Florida and Texas, both with force limits of 69, so nowhere near. Like half of Cascadia, well, even less than half. But 57,970 for Florida, 58,000 for Texas. But Florida with a lot more manpower because they got out of that war more recently. Also, there's Nevada. They're doing pretty well. Quick look at Australia. I didn't look at navies, but I'll go to them now. Victoria has batted off Western Australia quite well recently. And let's look at boats. I have no idea how to look at boats. There we go. Okay, let's look. Heavy ships, who's got the most? Well, actually, let's just do it on total navy size and then see from there. So Cascadia is leading, just ahead of New York. New York have more heavy ships, 5 more. But Cascadia have 8 more light ships. New York have 40 transports, and they have more sailors too. And they're both almost at their force limits. Florida are in third. They only have 9 heavy ships. They're 19 light ships, that's where they're lacking, and 31 transports. So yeah, they are a bit behind. The next state after that is Acadia. I mean, a coastal one. The biggest surprise, they only have 4 heavies, 12 lights, and 14 transports, so not as many as the rest. There's a few Mexicans. Texas just have 27 light ships, I imagine, in the Gulf of Mexico. Quebec have a few. So just look at just heavy ships for a second, because, you know, they're the cool ones. Great Britain have 42. New York are third in the world with 13. Florida's 9. Cascadia 8. All up there on the list. Carolina also had 4, which is quite impressive. So how are you doing, Texas? You doing okay? No? Okay, the Zacatecas... Oh no, that's the Texas stack. Never mind. Texas are fine. They're doing just fine. Just fine. So, this is a new mess, but slowly and slowly we're just seeing bigger blobs form and eat into each other. The smaller nations and states disappearing. Oh, Nevada is guaranteeing the independence of Idaho. Nevada, you had a good thing going with Cascadia. Well, you didn't have a good thing going for Cascadia, actually. But, you know, you've been at peace with Cascadia for a long time, but that seems like that might be coming to an end. Because protecting Idaho is not smart. I imagine that's something... It's just another province that these guys would like, you know, to add to their vast collection up this west coast. Anything else? Trying to make sure none of the one province miners disappear. Michigan's still here, in a very scary place between Michigan and New York. They're allied with Missouri, and their independence is guaranteed by Wisconsin, so they should be pretty safe anyway. As long as that independence guarantee is still there. Indiana's still here. Florida and Wisconsin, they are some strong allies. That will keep them alive. I mean, they're 2 neighbours. I mean, they could probably try expanding to the east, West Virginia maybe. They only have Acadia, so that could go well for Indiana. And then maybe even go after that, push on to Carolina. Well, they would have to do both at the same time, actually, because Carolina is guaranteeing the independence of West Virginia. Okay, Missouri is going to break. They've got some peasants, but they're dealing with them. They should be fine. But yeah, Texas, we saw their manpower is very low. They did just expand to the south. They're like, nope, you know what? We're not standing for this. We're gonna... Oh. Okay, but there is a coalition. There is a coalition against Texas being formed by the Mexicans, and if they do any more, we could even see some US states joining. None of them can join right now, but Sonora are in it, Baja California, South, and Durango. And, I mean, okay, that was, I think disbanded pretty quickly there. Did it just end? That sucked. I thought we were going to get to see, like, something cool. Apparently not. That coalition is over. Okay. That didn't last very long. Don't know what happened there. It's not a very long coalition. At all. Let's quickly go over here just to see if there's any wars. No, there's not. Although Puerto Rico are in a war. The fourth French-Portuguese colonial war. An interesting one there. 1682. And that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, it'd be awesome if you could press that like button. Be sure to leave a comment, letting me know. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.